like to call the Tuesday, February 21st, 2023 City Council meeting to order. We will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. Councilwoman Ficus.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. Clerk Treasurer Parthune.
Councilwoman Ficus.
Present.
Councilman Vincent.
Here.
Councilman Galloway.
Here.
Councilman Frankie.
Present.
Sorry, I almost forgot your name. Councilwoman Konechny.
Present.
Councilwoman West.
Here.
Councilwoman Cutler.
Present.
All present.
Approval of minutes. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Oh, you have a question?
No, you do it. Go.
You had a question?
No. I make a motion to approve.
I
I
second
have a
it.
second.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Petitions and comments of citizens. Donna Johnson, please come forward, state your name and address for the record. Welcome.
To the big, go first, huh? Donna Johnson, 1037 Indiana Avenue.
Donna, can you lower the mic a little bit? Thank you.
Oh, hi. Okay, this evening, I've been here before talking about Christian heritage and the fact that all of our community here is, has a Christian heritage. So tonight, I would just like to present a gift to the city and to the mayor, and it's in the spirit of goodwill between the Christian community and the city, and I would like to present this gift, and in this little box, it's not a snake, it's a flag, Christian flag, and I'm hoping that the council would vote to approve for it to be displayed in April in commemoration of our Christian heritage. And the flag was adopted by the Federal Council of Churches in 1942. It flies next to the American flag in places of worship throughout our country. In 1942, the world was at war, nation rising up against nation. In contrast, this Christian flag was a symbol of hope for the future. And I look at what's going on in the news, and we're so close to war right now that reading this from 1942 is scary. So like the American Stars and Stripes, our American flag, the Christian flag is red, white, and blue. One is a symbol of the sacrifice and struggle for a nation's freedom, and the other symbolizes the sacrifice of Christ and the hope for freedom and peace for all nations in the future. Again, I would hope that the council would vote to approve the display in April in commemoration of our Christian heritage. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Donna. If you want to bring that forward here. Public comment, Chief Breton.
Got a couple things for you tonight. I'll start off with, so he can get back to work. We had the honor of hiring an officer from North Judson. I did this quickly. We couldn't get him into Board of Works tomorrow because he has court in Miami County. Rico Simpson, if you want to come up. Rico's got 9 years. He's bringing his canine partner with him to the department. We're honored to have him. A little bit about yourself.
Yeah, Rico, now you have to speak, so.
Well, he told most of it. I'm from Knox, Indiana. I've been in law enforcement for about 12 years. First 3 I spent in the Starr County Jail, and the last 9 I worked for the North Judson Police Department, last 5 of which I was a canine handler. And like Chief Breton said, my dog's coming with me. Really excited to be here. Really appreciate you guys allowing me to be a police officer here.
Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
What else you did at North Judson? What else? Number 2.
Oh, I was the assistant chief there for the last 2 years.
Awesome.
Nice.
Well, I'll tell you what, during
Nice.
his interview process, I won't speak for you, but you love LaPorte, you're excited to be here, and your wife loves LaPorte.
Yes, sir. When I told her that I was thinking about coming up here, she suggested buying a house up here already.
Oh, that's great. Nice.
Well, I know you can't be at the Board of Works, so if you don't mind, we're going to just rally around and give them a picture like we would for the Board of Works as we swear in new officers, if that's
He's like, "What?"
okay. So come on forward. Here we go again with these pictures. That's I, we made the front page tonight.
You just have to find a little head spot, Jim.
No wonder what the glare is in the back.
Well, usually Nick towers above.
All right, Phil, get on a chair.
Is it a video?
Sure, I feel bad.
Welcome, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Awesome, awesome.
He's off duty.
The other order of business, we're honored to recognize a citizen tonight. We always say that police work, we depend on the citizens quite a bit. Back on January 22nd, Detective Sergeant Dragmeister, who I'm going to call up here and call him on the spot, he received a phone call from a citizen that had some disturbing emails from a male subject that lives several counties south of us. Sergeant Dragmeister took over that investigation and ended up making an arrest on this subject. You want to tell a little bit about the case? It hasn't been adjudicated yet, so we're going to try to hold off on a lot of the details.
The citizen we have here tonight reached out to the police department to make a report about some inappropriate questioning on a dating app by an individual. He was more alluding into some inappropriate activity with her and her kids. She did a great job humoring him to keep him further explaining what it was he was wanting. After she felt that he done released enough of what his intentions were, she reached out to the police department. Didn't quite reach the prong test for the charge that was looking for, so we had to arrange a recorded phone conversation with the suspect, her, and what he believed it would be a 13-year-old girl, which was actually another one of our officers. During this phone conversation, he went ahead and crossed that line where charges were applicable, and because of her and her quick wittiness is the reason why the chief would like to present with her certificate tonight.
I'd like to call up Desiree Lynn. And present you with the Citizen Service Award from the Porte Police Department, and thank you.
Oh, no. Thank you for this. Comments before we take a photo?
I just appreciate the swift action of the police department and allowing me to remain up to date on the case and stay involved so I know what's being done.
Thank you for this. I mean, you hear so much about discord and people looking just to debate, argue with each other. Every day, we're looking to improve lives, and it takes our citizens to do that. So thank you. If you don't mind, we'd love to take a photo here with you and the chief and Matt, or Mr. Dragmeister, and
All of us again?
going again? Yes, sir.
I know, get my steps in.
Is this Don't, what are you doing back there? He's tickling you. Thank you.
Thank you, chief. Standing committee reports. President Frankie.
Did you forget my name too?
I was just looking at you and
Tomorrow evening, 5:15, here in Council Chambers Redevelopment Commission, and Monday,
at 4 p.m. Here in council chambers, as well as the Sustainability Committee. That's all I have.
Councilwoman Ficus.
Park Board met on Wednesday, February 15th. The new Park and Recreation Assistant Director, Susie Wireman, attended the meeting to introduce herself to the board. A subcommittee was formed to come up with a policy regarding solicitation on park property. The committee will consist of 2 board members, 2 Park and Recreation members, and City Attorney Nick Otis. There's a rededication concert being planned for the Civic Auditorium on September 22nd, 2023. Civic Director Brett Van Versey is in negotiations with a presently unnamed band to perform at the event. He wouldn't tell us. On that same note, March 10th, the band Jump will be performing at the Civic. They are a Van Halen tribute band. Doors open at 6. The opening act, the Classic Rock Experience, begins at 7 p.m. Tickets are still available both online and at the Civic Auditorium. Used fairway and rough mower were both purchased for Beechwood Golf Course. An aerator was also purchased, but delivery time for this is pushed out 8 to 10 months. And then the Traffic Commission will be meeting March 7th, 5 p.m. at the police station.
Councilman Vincent.
Nothing to add this evening?
Councilman Galloway.
Police Merit Commission met on the, on the 14th. They had 4 officers added. 3 have already been through the academy, and you met 1 here.
Awesome.
Councilwoman Cutler.
At the January meeting of the bid board, City Planner Craig Phillips presented the 2023 banner schedule for the downtown, and the board held their election of officers for 2023, and they will remain the same as 2022. And at the February meeting, the board accepted the new contract for downtown maintenance with Amy Ficus. This contract was accepted earlier than in the past because the board would like to have a spring transitional maintenance rather than only snow removal and then summer cleaning. The bid's long-term planning committee will meet on Tuesday, March 7th at 5 p.m. at City Hall to review drafts of the future streetscape designs for the bid district. And the next meeting of the bid board will be Monday, March 13th at 5 p.m. at City Hall, and the UEA will meet Wednesday, March 15th at 4 p.m. at the LEAP offices.
Councilwoman West.
Nothing to report tonight.
Councilwoman Konechny.
The HPC, the City of LaPorte Historic Preservation Commission, in conjunction with Indiana Landmarks, hosted a wildly successful masonry workshop on Saturday, February 11th here in LaPorte. This hands-on workshop demonstrated how to address common issues in historic masonry. A very special thank you to Commission members Bruce Johnson and Anna Wiseman, as well as Assistant City Planner David Heinold and Deb Purcell of Indiana Landmarks for coordinating and executing a very informative and well-attended workshop. The HPC plans on hosting another workshop this fall, so please stay tuned. The next HPC meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, March 21st at 5:30 here in Council Chambers. The Airport Authority has had a change for their March schedule. Their next meeting will be held on Monday, March 13th at 5:15 at the airport.
Thank you. Councilwoman Ficus, second and final reading.
Your Honor, I move to read an ordinance for the second and final time by title only.
Second.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Councilwoman Ficus.
An ordinance amending ordinance number 25-2022 to amend salaries in Department of Transportation, Engineering Department, Parks and Recreation Department, Civic Auditorium non-reverting, Community Development and Planning, Police Department, Stormwater, and Motor Vehicle Highway.
Okay, this is second and final reading. I think, Andrea, would you like to speak on this? Per Clerk Treasurer Parthone.
Well, there's part of it for Andrea.
Part of it is yours, yes, please.
Well, most of it is probably yours.
Thank you. Good evening, board members. Tonight, you will be approving the mental health professional / social worker, and it's been a team effort to get this going. The funding came from HealthLink, and Purdue University Northwest is expanding their social work program, and we're working directly with them to possibly start a feeder program depending on how well this social worker goes. I'd like to thank Steve Butera and Beth Roble from HealthLink, who have been fantastic partners to work with. Jolyn Stevens, Don Babcock, Caitlin Greger from Purdue Northwest, the Westville campus, along with Chief Breton and Billy Denegard, who have been instrumental in putting this all together. I'd like to thank every single one of them. This is a $59,000 a year job with a full benefit package.
And again, with as many mental health calls for service, as many overdoses as we're getting, we need to do something different as we look to the future of policing. I appreciate really our fire chief and our police chief that are looking to go in different ways. When you talk about hospital and the home for the fire department, but here specifically about starting to address mental health, address the drug addictions and opioid addictions, so our officers can focus on the bad guys knocking those doors in. We need somebody to deal from the social work side, and this is the first step.
It is a first step. It'll be difficult because he or she will probably be on call, because you never know what time of day a mental health issue will occur. So it's a great responsibility for this position, but we need it. It's so well needed in our community.
Questions? Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Further discussion? All in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Councilwoman Konechny. public
Your Honor,
hearing.
I'd like to introduce a resolution read for the first time and only time in its entirety.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Councilwoman Konechny.
Additional appropriation for lit public safety and major moves construction. Whereas it has been determined that it is now necessary to appropriate more money than was appropriated in the annual budget. Now, therefore, Section 1, be it resolved by the Common Council of the City of LaPorte, LaPorte County, Indiana, that for the expenses of the taxing unit for the following additional sums of money are hereby appropriated out of the fund named and for the purposes specified, subject to the laws governing the same. Lit public safety. 2240-370-111, mental health professional salaries. Amount requested, $13,700. Amount approved, $13,700. 2240-370-133.100, mental health professional benefits. Amount requested, $40,000. Amount approved, $40,000. 2240-370-451, generator feed. Amount requested, $45,000. Amount approved, $45,000. Major Moves Construction, 2244-532-441.001. 20% local match land acquisition for local tracks project. Amount requested, $173,000. Amount approved, $173,000.
This is a resolution that can pass this evening. Do I have a motion to pass?
What, before that, what's the generator feed?
The generator is for the police department. It's a project that's been ongoing for a couple years now. This should
It should be no surprise the issues we're having at the police department for years.
do it.
The generator they put in would run a third of the building when it was done. There was some, the transfer switch has gone up that much that they're working on now to get it to run the entire building. When we had the snow back in November, it shut 2/3 of our computers down. We couldn't run our Sally Port doors or anything like that, so this will fix that. We had appropriated money already, but it went up that much with materials, copper and everything.
So it's just the same project, just,
Yes.
okay.
Be
It's an old
completed with
building.
this. And a new building too, yeah.
And then I can speak to the mental health professional salaries. There are, I mean, you can see the benefits portion on there. The salary was covered by what Andrea Smith talked about, by HealthLink through a fiscal grant cycle of September 30th. So in order to bring this through December 31st, we wanted to make sure that we allocated some funds to bring it through December 31st. So that's what that portion is.
So do I have a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. We will Now open up to a public hearing, and before we do, Attorney Kaminsky.
Mr. Mayor, just notice of the public hearing on this resolution was published on February 7, 2023 in the LaPorte County Herald Dispatch.
So I will now open up to the public, public hearing. Is there anybody that would like to speak on this resolution? Anybody in the public that would like to speak on this resolution? Hearing none, I'll now close the public hearing. I do have a motion to approve and a second. Further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. We do have a couple items that have been tabled. Would anybody like to bring those off being tabled?
I make a motion to take off the fire station building corporation council appointment. It's a 3-year term for one appointment, so I make a motion to take that off the table.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Discussion? All in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Councilwoman West.
Your Honor, I make a motion to appoint John Kaler and Anthony Sedone to the fire station building corporation council appointment.
Second.
I do have a motion and a second. Discussion? Thoughts on these two individuals have served in the past?
Served in the past, come highly recommended, and they were more than happy to be reappointed.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Any other items that would like to be removed? Okay, before we adjourn, tomorrow, Board of Works, we will be making hopefully a decision on trash contract. That will move forward March 1st. And anything else? Options for council members? Hearing none, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Have a great night, everybody.